I'll be glad to take any questions anybody might have. Yes, ma'am.
Do you Twitter?
Do I Twitter? No, ma'am. Look here. If they depended on me for that kind of stuff, we'd still be sending smoke signals. I'm a point and click kind of guy.
Do you do any campaigning online?
I have in the past, but listen, I'm so lucky I've got people now. I'm so much all over MyTube and USpace or whatever the hell it is. Really, I've got hundreds of hours of film. Don't I? And hundreds of hours of film out there. I don't know what it is. But they're all going to get it together in time for the campaign and spring it on me, you know.
I campaigned for you once.
Excuse me?
I campaigned for you once and loved it.
Oh, well, isn't it fun to tell the truth and see the excitement it causes? I really appreciate that, dude. I'll give you a chance to do it again, okay? They will bless your heart.
No, you know me, Galbraith. I've campaigned for it, but I've got a question. With the erosion of the Constitution or Bill of Rights, with the Patriot Act and the bullet tactics of many of our law enforcement agencies, do you think that it is absolutely possible for anyone to be free in this nation at this time or ever again?
Well, you know, that's a real relative term. Let me tell you that the way that I've done it, and I appreciate the question, the way that I did it was I went ahead and went to college and went to law school and learned the Constitution. And that Constitution is unbelievably powerful. Let me give you a quick illustration of that. I was riding home from Eastern Kentucky one evening and smoking a joint, and this light came on behind me. It was a police officer. You know, I pulled over to the side of the road fairly quickly, got out my spray and sprayed my car. Within 30 seconds, he's at my window. He says, "I smell marijuana." I said, "No, you don't." He goes, "Yes, I do." I said, "No, you don't." I didn't say it's impossible. I just told him he didn't smell it. I wouldn't mind to him. I have different opinions. I didn't say I wasn't smoking. I just said, "No, you don't." He said, "I sure do." And I said, "No, you don't." He says, "You get out of the car." And I said, "No, wait a second. You're turning this into politics." He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I think you're making this political." He said, "I am not." I said, "Well, I think you better get your supervisor." So he calls his supervisor. I'm sitting there. I've got an ounce in my console. I'm sitting there. Pretty soon the sergeant, the shift sergeant for the Kentucky State Police comes up, and there's 5 state police cars behind the deputy's car. All their lights are going along Mountain Parkway at 12 o'clock at night. And I'm still there. I'm leading this parade. I'm in this car right here. Here's the deputy with his lights going, and 5 Kentucky State Police cars with their lights all going. And they get out of the car, and they've all got their flashlights, and they're beating their hands like this, because they understand that I'm being recalcitrant in some manner. They just can't wait to beat the hell out of me. So, you know, they're sitting there like that, and the sergeant comes up, and he says, "Mr. Galbraith?" I said, "Yes, sir." And I knew he was cool. I knew this guy knew what he was doing. He says, "This deputy stopped you for speeding," and I said, "Yes, sir." He said he smelled marijuana, and I said that he didn't. I told him he didn't. He says, "Can we search your car?" And I said, "You know the answer to that. Hell no, you can't search my car." He says, "Well," he said, "I want you to get out. We're going to perform some sobriety tests." I said, "Okay, that's fine." So I walked back in the car, sobriety test, no problem. You know, no problem. So he's sitting there. He says, "Well, you performed all sobriety tests." He says, "If I tested your blood right now, would I find any marijuana in it?" I said, "Well, Willie Nelson held a benefit concert for me at the Red Mile 3 days ago. What the hell do you think?" And he shook his head in agreement. He said, "Okay, you can get back in the car." And so I got back in the car, and the deputy comes up and hands me a speeding ticket. He says, "I really didn't mean to make it political, Mr. Galbraith." I said, "That's all right." I tell you that because of this. If I didn't know the Constitution, if I didn't know my rights, if I wasn't willing to stand up and give voice to those rights, and to personify the protections of the Fourth Amendment, there's no way in hell I could have prevented those people from searching my car. There is no way in hell. that I could defeat 6 armed officers. They could have gotten right in my car right then, put me in handcuffs and laid me alongside the road and whooped upside my head a couple of times and said I tried to resist them. But they didn't. And the reason they didn't was because they knew that I knew the Constitution. You could have done the same thing. You didn't have to be an attorney to do that. But what you had to do was speak with conviction. To take on the protections that have been fought and died for you. And they are trained alongside that road to coerce you into waiving your rights. And that's what that's all about. Can I search your car? He's asking you, waive those rights. Tell him, no, officer, you can't search your car. Don't be afraid to make him mad. It's not a sin to make him mad. It's your job to make him mad. It is your job to stand up and say, no, officer, I'm not going to concede the rights that have been so rightfully won for me. That's what you do. Learn the Constitution. You don't have to be an attorney. Stand up for yourself. Question authority. Don't concede anything. Non-illegitimate carborundum. Don't let the bastards grind you down. That's what that's all about. I hope that answered your question.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
I want to say that we're very fortunate to actually have your book in our library. I read it a couple of years ago and enjoyed it immensely.
Thank you very much.
I have 2 questions, one easy, one not so. The first one is, what's your favorite way to intake marijuana?
The favorite way to detect marijuana?
Intake.
Oh, intake marijuana. I like to roll up big hooters and just cough my ass off. Folks, I just am so grateful to be here. I really appreciate you listening to me. Thanks so much. Namaste is a yoga term for I acknowledge and appreciate the light and spirit in each and every one of y'all. Namaste.
Thank you so much for all these things.
All right. Yes, sir. Hi, dear. What's your name? There's a balance for everybody. There's a balance for everybody. It can be done. It can be done. We just exercise as much as possible, and we still got to do it. What's your name? Hi, Renee. Good to see you. What's your name, brother? Hey, yes, sir. Hey, I'd be most honored if you would. What's your name? Josh. Josh, nice to meet you. What's your name? Okay. Great. Centennia. Beat the hell out of cheese.